it's loud and dusty. Must be 1,000 men, marching the beating of drums and singing field songs. I watch our horses when my pa learns how to duck and shoot and roll and hide inside the tall, dry grass. At night, we gather by the fires. A boy named Seth is camped beside us with his pa. He says he's from Atlanta, and he asks us about our farm. I tell him how the moon comes up over the old gray barn, corn swaying in the night like dancers painted white. I can tell he wishes he could visit by the way his eyes get far away. When the war is done, I tell him, walk until the hills look just like heaven. Then you know, you've made it to Tennessee. When a 13-year-old boy's father joined the Confederate Army in 1863, the boy rides out along with him, caring for the horses and tending to camp duties. He sees the terrible struggle of the Civil War up close as he records his thoughts in this journal, written in verse. Moon over Tennessee, by Chris Evans. July 19th, 1863. We move out slow, the air like wet sheets steaming in the sun. Step by step, stone by slippery stone, the horses pick their way along a creek. Pa walks slowly beside his Betty. Son, he says, I don't know where we're going, what's going to happen, but you got to promise me a thing. No matter what. He hesitates and looks me in the eye. I step around a boulder planted smack dab in the middle of the path. I feel shaky when he's serious like this. Just promise me you'll get back home and help your mom. She's got a lot to think about. She'll need a man. I feel the tears before they show. I know a man don't cry, but here I go. Pa, I say, the words sound choke. Ain't nothing gonna happen. By nightfall, camp secured. Sentries posted every 20 feet. Camp dogs curl by the fires. Pa, I asked, just before we sleep, do you think it's right, what we're doing? He looks across at me in the darkness like a weight between our eyes. There ain't nothing right with killing. I lie awake a while, listening to an owl. Hoo, he says. Crickets answer with their steady buzz. Wind leaves through the trees, soft as Mama's hand across my cheek. Not long after dawn, I hear shots fired. Pa rushes into camp and hurries me to grab the horses. As I grab on my shirt and pack and run like lightning for the horse corral. As we creep along the pike, there's something moving everywhere. Soldiers lie in twos and threes, others falling out behind them. Loading rifles, pointing towards the valley, shooting. My pa comes back for water, then disappears again into the raging storm of bullets. I squinch my eyes and see my ma. She's singing in the field back behind the barn. The sun's golden corn above the hills. Seth sits down and leans against a ragged tree. His eyes are blank, pointed somewhere inside. My pa's dead. They shot him right out in front of me. I can't imagine what he's thinking. June 4th, 1863, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. I'm crouched behind an ancient oak. Boys and men my age are screaming. Some lie broken in the grass. Smoke like clouds among the trees. 3 days to fight now, and I still don't understand why we came here to fight this Yankee war. Some say it's for the slaves, but I don't think that's true. Pa said 1,000,000 times that no one really owns another human being. But what owned him took him like a snap, a trigger, and a leaden slug. This morning, while the soldiers fought their last retreat, I saw him stand there down by the meadow in the bloody creek. He stood up and spun as if someone had punched him in the face. By the time I got to him, he couldn't say my name. He reached a hand up to touch my cheek. Kind of sadness in his eyes. No words. Then his hand fell back into the dust. All day, guns continued to explode, cannon pounded too, as I wrap my blistered arms around my knees and rock until the moon begins to rise. The next day, I packed some food and blankets on the road and ride jet south along the Shenandoah towards the forest of Cumberland. I'm numb and riding slow. The horses seem to know that Pa's gone. I think about the moon that comes up, buttery and big, above the sour gum fields. Mama singing softly in the fields back behind the barn. How can I tell her that Pa is gone? She'll hurt till the hurt is bigger than the sky. My father is dead, and I will have to tell my mother that I watched him die. A third night out, and I think I hear my father in the wind. His voice is soft. I take out my granddaddy's knife, and there, surrounded by grass and trees, I carve my daddy's name into a tree. Finally, the hills become familiar. Lights emerge like fireflies. I see the valley where my family lives, where I was young 3 months ago, where Mama banks the fire, sweeps the floors, pulls the curtains over the windows, and steps for one final look out on the porch. She's standing there as I ride up, my hat pulled low. Perhaps she thinks she sees a man ride up, dismount, and tie his horse. She stands there as still as death, her right hand to her heart, the other leaning hard against the rail. The moon shines out on my face, a mile inside of sight. I'm 13 and I'm tired. All I want to do is lie down in the bed that my ma will make for me, to sleep and dream of planting and of harvest, to listen to the creek and take my little sister for a walk. But I stand there on the front porch with my ma, and when she takes my hand in hers, surprised how soft it feels against my old palms and calloused fingers. I've come home to keep a promise, I say to her, and she nods. And we watch the moon until it's high above the corn rows and the woods beyond.